In this video, I'll walk you through the key techniques given in the article Extending the Reach of Science, Talk in Plain Language by Sedgwick et al. I thought you might like a break from reading, so sit back and kick up your feet and listen to an overview of this article. The gist of this article is no different from what we've been talking about in this course. The more you can talk in plain language, the more people you can reach, and the better they are going to receive the message you have for them. There are 6 techniques the article talks about. 1. Avoid jargon. 2. Simplify text. 3. Use active voice. 4. Use positive phrasing. 5. Simplify titles. 6. Get feedback. Sound familiar yet? The first technique is to avoid jargon. First, start by thinking about your early days in your field or research. Think of words and concepts that were unfamiliar to you. You can assume then that these would also be unfamiliar to your lay audience. Then be sure to use simple terms and give background information when needed. If a term seems a little difficult, give a brief definition to ensure your readers understand it. Lastly, avoid using different terms that apply to the same topic. Keep it simple. Take a moment to pause the video and read the example on the left. The next technique is to simplify your text. This goes beyond simply using simpler words. You must also consider the length of your sentences and the grammar you use. Limit your sentences to 20 words. A good rule of thumb is to read your sentence out loud, and if you have to take a breath while reading it, the sentence is too long. Additionally, try not to use words with more than 3 syllables. An example would be the word administered, which has 4 syllables, could be traded out for the word gave. Your simplified text might end up being longer than your original, and this is okay. Lastly, try using a tool like the Flesch-Kincaid calculator, which can give you a readability score. Remember, you're shooting for an 8th grade level, more or less. The next technique is to think about the voice that you're using. Oftentimes, scientists write using the passive voice to make the author or investigator neutral. This is because when you use the passive voice, the object of the sentence is in the subject position. Consider the sentence, "The drug was given to the patient." In this sentence, the drug is the object, the thing that is being given to the patient. But who is giving the patient the drug? It's not clear, or the author doesn't think it's important for us to know. However, in the sentence, "The pharmacist gave the drug to the patient," it is clear to your reader who is doing the action. To simplify your writing, using the active voice is much easier for your readers to follow. Steer clear of negative phrasing. Using words like not, no, none, never, negative can have a negative tone and can influence how your readers perceive your message. Take the second example on the left. There was no improvement in satisfaction between patients who had follow-up appointments every 3 months versus every 6 months. In that sentence, no improvement casts a negative shadow on the findings. However, if rephrased without the negative language, the message is the same, but it sounds more positive. Patients who had doctor's appointments every 3 months were as satisfied as people seen every 6 months. The difference in how it sounds now is interesting, isn't it? Along with simplifying the language in your text, you must also consider your title. Remember, if your title is confusing or misleading, you've already lost your readers. Make sure the language is clear, you're using short words, and you're commenting on the potential relevance to your reader. In the example on the left, the title, "How do you exercise with epilepsy? Insights into the barriers and adaptations to successfully exercise with epilepsy," is engaging, gives the topic, and some additional information on what the article will explore. The authors could make the title easier to interpret by shortening it to simply, "How do you exercise with epilepsy?" which lowers the readability score even further. The last technique is to get feedback, an important step in any writing. For lay audiences, consider asking someone who does not have your expertise, or ask someone from the target audience for feedback. This can help you identify jargon that needs to be changed and helps you figure out if your intended message reaches a broad range of readers. Thanks for listening. I hope you find these techniques to be useful in your writing.